Hello everyone, September did I, and that's a good blue moon. But this isn't about blue moon, how tasty it is. Instead, it's about a project I've been working on with my recent saber that I got, the Zweihänder from Ancient Armories. Well, so before I do any installing electronics, I wanted to do some cosmetics to it. Give it a look unique to me and all that. So I decided, well, I want to make it look a little bit more older. Now, normally when people do weathering, the main thing a lot of people like to do is just spray paint the saber black or gray, depending. Usually either one works just great. And take some sandpaper or some type of rough sponge and just spray paint it, let it dry out, and then just work at it. But instead, I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I want to experiment and try gun bluing. Now, gun bluing is a type of chemical, not a chemical, it's an acid, which changes the surface of guns. So that way it changes the color. Also, it makes a little more resistance to rusting and things like that. So I kind of want to see, okay, what would this do to a lightsaber? So I got a bottle of it, and I kind of want to do a little more experimenting per se. So basically, I took the bottle, wrapped the saber up in paper towels, and crinkle it up. And I just want to see if that would give like an interesting pattern to it, and just soak everything with the gun bluing, and just leave it and set it for like overnight and see what would happen to it. And the results were, well, not what I was hoping for. There was some coloration to the saber that I like, but it was very, didn't really cover the whole saber. And I did a little test and took a little bit of sandpaper and scratched at the handle parts where I was going to wrap up. Anyway, and see like, well, how long is this going to last? And it came off rather easily, so it didn't really take very well, unfortunately. And also the fact that something I realized is I was using gun bluing for steel. Now, most sabers are made out of aluminum, and there is aluminum gun bluing, and I was thinking about getting it and basically doing a retry. But something else I realized, and that is the chrome. The saber has a chrome plating to it, and essentially I believe that's also another factor on why it didn't really take to the coloring. And also something else it did was it started to peel away at the chrome. So taking a closer look, I noticed there are a few spots that kind of like bubbled up a bit, and a few spots that also kind of just like were gone completely. So realizing that, I decided, okay, I'm going to have to change my entire process for aging this. So I took some light sandpaper and cleaned it up, wiped away the coloring, and basically tried to like smooth out the spots that kind of bubbled up the best I could. So it was basically a whole retry. Alright, so what did I do instead? I was really considered just getting the gun bluing for aluminum. However, though, I thought it over and I decided, I should probably try that for another saber project. So instead, I just got some black spray paint. After I cleaned everything up as best I could, did several coats of that, took some rough sponge and a little bit of a very low-grade sandpaper, and after giving it a few coats, sanded it out the best I could, and that in itself gave somewhat better results. However, though, I imagine again the chrome didn't want to grab onto the spray paint like other things I usually do. Now, I have some experience with spray painting and kind of like weathering things down, but I guess since chrome is very smooth, I'm guessing. Now, I might be wrong, so feel free to correct me on this, but since it's so smooth, it doesn't want to like grab onto it as well. But I at least got something, a little bit of what I was trying to go for. So here it is, the Zweihänder, and I say this is the final version of all the cosmetics I'm going to do with this particular saber. Now, the grip tape I got on here, I'll post that in the link down below. I got from Amazon. So far, it's pretty nice. Now, I did notice that it liked to come up a little bit, the spot where I stopped at. So I kind of just took a little bit of a lighter and just like light at it a little bit and see if it would make it stick a little bit better. And so far, I haven't had any problems with it trying to unravel itself. So I just took a lighter and just went all around it, just not like going hard at it, but just give like a light little warming with that. And so far, it didn't want to come back up again, so that's good. So let's go ahead and take a good look at everything. So here's the pommel, just to show you everything. Here's the bottom part. So hopefully the lighting is a little bit better, or not better. Let me turn it a little bit. There we go. That's best I can do for now. I will post some pictures, so it doesn't really matter much, I guess. Here's this. Turn that around. You can see all the wearing I did with the sandpaper around the switch section. Now, I need to do a little bit more work with the rings right here. Like I weathered it out a little bit, but it was a little bit more trickier with the curving and on the inside. So I'm going to touch it up a little bit more down the line. But I figured the more I use this, the more it would wear itself out. So it's not too much of a concern for me, really. So I think between everything else, it's just fine for the most part. The emitter and the hand guards right here that stick out. I hope you can see that. So yeah, this is hopefully a quick little video going over some of the cosmetics, and that's basically it. I will be releasing another video on this saber project once I get the electronics, and I will finally release the name I'm going to be giving this saber. So other than that, I hope you all enjoyed and take some of my mess ups and learn from them. So hopefully you all don't make the same mistakes I did. I'm definitely going to try doing gun bluing again, but this time with something that doesn't have chrome on it, because I want to see what kind of coloring or how well that would work on a lightsaber project. So keep an eye out for that. But either way, this is Timber Jedi signing off, and may the Force be with you always, and grab yourself a nice relaxing beer. Oh, that's so good. Anyway, that's really all I have to say on this one. Bye, everyone.